What's up, you guys? I hope you're very well. I hope you're having a very nice day. In my case, it's the evening, and I thought, I had a couple of hours to spare, and I thought I'd record this video because I've been wanting to use this moss that I have here for quite a bit of time now, and I also have this leftover fishbowl. Fishbowls on Musgo, subscribe. From another thing that I was using it for, I was keeping some Bucephalandra cuttings here, and you can see that because of that, we can see some calcium markings here. But yeah, now that I planted those, now that I put those in aquariums, I thought I'd record a short video on making, this moss terrarium that we're gonna see today. I also thought it would be a very good idea to keep them short, to keep them, nice and short, just so they are not boring, just so that we can cover the basics. If you want to see other videos where I go more in depth and step by step into the process, you can go ahead and check my older videos. What I've got here is some bonsai soil. You can see that the substrate that I'm going to use for the bottom layer, it's it's got like a lot of minerals, and what I mean by that is pumice and also volcanic rock, and to be perfectly honest with you, it doesn't really matter what substrate you use. I've seen people use like a plastic mesh and then activated charcoal. At the end of the day, what you want to achieve in this closed ecosystems is homeostasis, or like a perfect balance between water, light, plant life, CO2, if you got livestock in it as well. So if you pay attention to it the first couple of weeks, you should have no problem once you get the watering and the lighting all under your belt. So I'm just going to use bonsai soil, but you can use gardening soil, you can use typical terrarium soil. I think there are a couple of brands out there that already come pre-mixed, but if not, you can just use your regular gardening mix. And for the top layer, that's what I'm going to use. Just your typical black dirt gardening soil. If you want to use the whole thing, you want to fill this up with gardening soil, you can do that, but I don't have that much today, so that's what I'm going to use: bonsai soil and gardening soil. The bonsai soil is very good with drainage, so if I were to leave this open, I will have to water more frequently, but since I'm going to close it, well, not so much. Okay, so we can see here that we got sort of like the basic shape of what I want. I want these sides to be covered in the substrate, the soil, so that we have as much surface area as possible, and then a couple of stones here and there, and very, very small plants that can complete the whole setup. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cover this bonsai soil. First of all, I'm going to place it in position, just so that I have that basic shape down, like so. And then I'm going to come in with the gardening soil, and I'm going to cover it like so, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a thin layer of gardening soil, and this is where our moss is going to grow. So that's going to be it. Let me pause the video, place everything down, and we'll see how it looks. Here we go. Okay, so check it out. I've removed some little pebbles that I found in the gardening soil, but there we have it. You can see that back wall that we have there, and now I've covered the entirety of the bonsai soil with the gardening soil. We can see that this is like a breading station at a restaurant, and we can see some of the moisture from the bonsai soil coming up to the surface. That's exactly what we want. The next step would be to grab some water and damp the whole thing. I think I'm gonna use a spray bottle for the upper part, just because I don't want to disturb the gardening soil. But you see how it's super absorbent? Like I said, that's exactly what we want, because we want surface area for the moss to grow on. Moss doesn't have any roots. It has rhizoids, which are very tiny structures from the plant that like those little crevices, those little indentations in the surfaces where they can start growing. Yeah. So I'm gonna water this with a spray bottle. Hopefully that will clear the sides up a little bit, and then we'll continue from there. Yeah. So here we go. So here we have it, all nice and watered, all nice and damp, ready to receive the moss. Yeah. So what I've got here is a box of moss, that I've been growing for the past couple of weeks. The big chunks have been collected, and then the little chunks here and there that we can see, they're just growing a little. The ones that have been a product of this propagation attempt. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of pieces like this, and what you can do if you're short on moss is cut it up, divide it into tiny sections, and this is going to jumpstart your project. Yeah, this is going to jumpstart your build. So for example, this one, I'm just going to break it up with my hands, and first of all, we can see the rhizoids that I was telling you about. Yeah. So root-like structures that are going to be growing in the soil, but that really don't need that much depth, don't need like a load of nutrients from the soil, because they get their nutrition from the water. Yeah. So I can break up tiny pieces like this, and I put them here in the build. Yeah. So to do that, I'm going to use my tongs here, and I'm going to use some pieces here and some other pieces that I have in other boxes similar to this, and we're going to continue planting the moss. Yeah, I'm going to show you what that looks like, and the last step will be the addition of the stones or the hardscape. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, so let me go ahead and plant the moss, show you what it looks like, and then we can continue. So here we go. Okay, so I'm halfway there. You can see that I'm a bit short on moss. So what I've done is exactly what I told you before, right? I just broke up the little pieces of moss in tiny little pieces. These are going to be like the seeds for the moss. And in a couple of weeks, given the right conditions of light and moisture, this will be completely covered in green. Yeah, you can see that here at the bottom I made like a little open space, because there I want a particular type of moss. So yeah, I'm gonna have it right here. Actually, I'm gonna plant that, put the stones in, and that's gonna be it. Okay, so I'm gonna pause the video and let's see how it looks. So here we go, and that's it. I'm just gonna keep it as simple as possible. As you can see, I just added a couple more little stones here and there, and yeah, that's gonna be it. When it comes to the stone that we have there on the right, I'm gonna add a couple more here and there. The stone that we have there on the right, I originally had it a bit further back, but I thought it was a good idea to put it, sort of like closer to the edge, closer to the glass, so that someone looking at it would try to look at what's behind it. And yeah, that's I think that's a cool, neat little trick that you can use when you're building something. You can see that this is something super basic, but believe me, in a couple of weeks this will look really cool. As you can see, it's not difficult, super easy. You don't have to have like a lot of moss, a lot of specialized substrate. In a couple of weeks, let me see if I can show you over here. I got another project. I'm just gonna show you what happens when you give the moss what it needs to survive, right? Beautiful, beautiful build. Yeah. So anyway, I thought I'd show you this very, very small, simple project. And yeah, if you have any comments or anything, drop them down below. I'll be happy to answer them. But, you know, it's super, super simple. It should all be clear. And another thing, this is going to be a sort of like an update on this little project that we have here. It's one of the micro ponds that we have. It's the one we made with the water lilies. You can see that the water lilies are there somewhere. There we can see a leaf, another one over there, a little bit of moss here. But the main thing about this is that I planted a little Montezuma cypress twig here. It's very similar to the swamp cypress that you have in the States. And look, it's taken. So it's part of the build now. So in the next couple of months, it will start to look even cooler. Yeah, you can see that it's already pushing out new growth. And another little project is this micro ecosystem in a bottle. It only has a couple of snails now, but yeah, it's also doing good. Yeah, a couple of Rotalas, Eliocaris. I removed the Bucephalandras because I wanted them to grow bigger, but you can see it's doing okay. Okay, so anyway, I hope you liked this video. I'll keep you posted on this little guy's development. I hope you have a very good day. Subscribe. Also subscribe to my other channel, bonsai channel. If you have already, thank you so much. You're really, really helping me out. Anyway, I hope you have a very good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.